High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darling's Auto Group. You'll do better at Darling's. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angela's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Bucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very wet Orno, Maine, the site of tonight's Class B boys soccer matchup between the MDI Trojans and the John Bapst Crusaders. We are here on the campus of the University of Maine in Orno, and it's a good thing, Ernie. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark coming at you live from the Quirk Auto Group broadcast booth as we begin the Darlings pregame show. It's a good thing we got turf under the feet tonight because it's a wet one out there on the pitch.
Although I would say this, in most cases, the as dry as it's been, anything that hits the ground and natural grass just goes down through.
Just sink right in.
It probably stay as dry as it could for quite a while. But, yeah, certainly unusual circumstances for this particular season as we actually are playing in the rain on artificial turf on the University of Maine baseball field. Mahaney Diamond, which has been home to the University of Maine women's soccer program for the last few years, but not for much longer, Mark.
No, this has got to be one of the final soccer games played on this field, isn't it?
There's Bapst is playing a game Saturday on the new soccer field, which is out maybe to our right, just beyond the outfield fence. And so I would assume at that point they're all going to be played out there.
Yep.
University of Maine and Bapst is scheduled to play a number of games out there. So this may be the last game to be played on Mahaney Diamond in terms of soccer.
Let's take a look at the Class B standings here in boys soccer in the early season as we begin our pregame show. The look at the standings brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. They're a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. The Crusaders, of course, the 3-time now at this point, reigning Class B North champions. MDI, we had them earlier this season on Ticket TV in an 8-0 thrashing of the Old Town Coyotes, coming in tonight with a record of 4-2.
And John Bapst has had a break early in the season. They have not played since the 17th of September. Today, I believe, is the 25th.
Yep.
8-day layoff. And their last game was their only blemish, if you call a tie a blemish, a 1-1 tie versus Presque Isle. You see Presque Isle also with a 4-0-1 record in 4th place, and that one goal that John Bapst gave up in that game is the only goal they've given up so far this season in 4 matches. Also have wins over number 7 Ellsworth, number 2 Oceanside, and 3-0 win over the Herman Hawks. And so they have, and those were all by shutout. MDI's been a lot busier. They're coming off a 3-2 win over Ellsworth, and they find themselves sitting 2 places behind the Eagles in 9th place with that 4-2 record.
And you just see right here the quality of depth that is in Class B, because you got John Bapst at the top. You have Presque Isle there hanging out in the 4th spot, the only 2 unbeaten teams at this point in the season.
Yeah, 12 teams qualify for postseason play. Nokomis of Newport, the last team that would make it as of today, with a 3-3 record. And just so you know, today being the 25th of September, the last day for countable games in high school soccer this year is October 20th. So less than a month left in the regular season. Although games that are postponed for whatever reason on the 20th can be made up on the 21st, but that's the only date for which games can be made up on that date. So we're less than a month away from the end of the regular season.
And we're just getting the action underway tonight at Mahaney Diamond in Orono. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a Deere. We're also brought to you by Extra Value by your local family-owned McDonald's, Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer, where Extra Value meals are back. McDonald's putting the bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can make your favorites a meal and save when doing so, whether it's the Big Mac, Quarter Pounder with cheese, or just can't get enough McNuggets. There's a value meal for you. Stop by at your local family-owned McDonald's. Once again, Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. We'll take a time out here as you see the rain falling out there on the pitch. When we come back, a look at the rosters. It's coming up next on our pregame show here on Ticket TV.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia.
You'll do better at Darling's.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Welcome back here at Mahaney Diamond on the campus of the University of Maine in Orono, the site of tonight's Class B boys soccer matchup between the MDI Trojans and the John Bapst Crusaders. Coverage on Ticket TV is presented in part by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. We're also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. Let's meet the teams, beginning with the visitors up from the island tonight. The MDI Trojans. For head coach Max Mason, you see the mixture of players there, led by a strong senior class. In the game we had earlier this year for the Trojans at Old Town, they were led by Colin Sullivan, a star on the baseball diamond, so he might feel familiar out there tonight, Ernie. He had a hat trick up at Victory Field.
Yeah, I remember seeing him play a game here against Old Town. I think it was a playoff game a couple of years ago, playing middle infield. Heading to Georgetown to play baseball down in Washington, D.C. next year, but pretty good soccer player as well. And just to tell you, MDI's roster, 9 seniors, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 3 freshmen for Max Mason.
And here's how the Crusaders are lining it up for John Bapst under head coach Jason Pangburn.
Yeah, the Bapst, a different-looking team this year. A lot of graduation losses from last year's squad, but off to that undefeated start so far this season. Just 3 seniors on the varsity roster, 11 juniors, and 10 sophomores. This is surely a case of reloading rather than rebuilding here for Coach Jason Pangburn.
That look at the rosters brought to you by UMaine Online, 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. You can apply now at umaine.edu/online. Coverage of Ticket TV is also presented by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Heroes is the place to be, whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. We're also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. We'll take another time out here in the pregame show. When we come back, we'll get ready for the kick between the Trojans and the Crusaders, as well as Ernie's keys to the game. Some brave souls making their way out there onto the pitch under the cover of umbrellas. Kickoff up next on Ticket TV.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides, if it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Herman. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
All right, let's check out the Kubota lineup, coached by Doors Equipment in Bangor.
Wow, that's a beast right there.
Yeah, and this bruiser can really move the pile.
The field doesn't stand a chance.
Uh-oh, the other team's looking orange with envy.
You mean green with envy?
No, orange is in Kubota orange, built to mow down the competition.
And with Doors Equipment coaching this crew, I feel bad for the other team.
Better luck next year, boys.
Making the competition orange with envy. Doors Equipment, Bangor.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Main Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Main Trailer. Main Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hamden or Auburn.
Back here at Mahaney on Ticket TV, the rain falling, but we're ready for the kick tonight between the John Bapst Crusaders and the MDI Trojans. Class B boys soccer coming your way on Ticket TV, where our coverage is presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. As the action gets underway here today with the Crusaders sending it down deep for MDI to deal with. Ernie, what are your keys to the game?
Well, I think the first point of emphasis will be the hands of the goalies, because they have not had to deal with much of this today. They may have done a little bit in practice, throwing water on their hands as they tried to make saves, but you've got to be sure-handed in net. I'm talking about both Bodie Phillips, a junior for John Bapst, and Riken Haymore, a senior for MDI, as MDI gets the first corner kick of the game. I think that's going to be one factor. They can't let any cheapies in and slide through.
There's one coming in. Phillips sprawling along the near post there. He's saying he didn't get a touch to it, and that is the call with the goal kick going the way of the Crusaders.
Everybody collapsed on that near post, and that included MDI person trying to get on the ball to be able to kick the ball toward the net, but deflected it out of bounds.
Coverage here on Ticket TV, presented by the Furniture Gallery, a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Wyndham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every room in your home, from great brands like Ashley, Flex Steel, and more. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. Throw in here for the Trojans. John Bapst jumped on in the midfield, trying to get a shot away, but it rolls through harmlessly to the back.
Look at the bleachers down below, and you see where it's raining relatively hard, and it seems worse than it maybe it even is, just because we're so not used to it during this season so far.
Yeah, it has been a dry fall here in the state of Maine, so getting a wash today. See a player slip there on the shiny turf. As we take another look at that last effort from the Crusaders. See some of the fans out there under their umbrellas, equipped with the rain gear along the sideline. Even one person down there, Ernie, closer to our end of the things, that has their own little dugout set up.
Oh.
A one-person dugout over here,
look at
just
them,
a little
yeah.
pop-up tent. I like the style.
What else he uses that for? Tell you what, now I remember how hard it is to see John Bapst.
The numbers.
The white uniforms are fine, but tonight black on purple with just the white trim on the letters, or the numbers, excuse me.
We're up in the broadcast booth here at Mahaney Diamond, so we're behind home plate, kind of set off in the back left corner. Much of this game will be called via the monitor that we're looking at to our right.
If you look at your monitor, we're way down below the lower right corner. That's the infield of the baseball field, the Brown, and we're probably 100 feet from where first base would normally be. Different kind of vantage point. I suspect that won't be the case starting this weekend when Bapst starts playing home games on the brand new field just beyond us in the outfield. So they plan to play a lot of their home games here at Maine.
Yeah, this game being played in the middle of the ongoing construction site known as the University of Maine campus, or at least this end of it with all the athletic fields around here. I think this is actually the first time that I've been on campus in many months, because the Alphon took me by surprise when I was driving up the front of it. I said, whoa, that's not the way it used to look.
It's been a lot of work done there. Last time I was here was in the spring for a softball game on the brand new softball field. And what you see, if you ever get an overhead look, is every few months you see another patch of artificial turf, and it's a new field from a field hockey field was opened this fall, which I think it's either that or the soccer field is going to have a track around it. One of those fields, and there's been a softball field installed, and there's been a softball field installed over the old soccer field, brand new one, and you've got the soccer field that opens up this weekend. Not sure they figured out what they're going to do with the parking once they use the current parking lot out beyond one of the football end zones. They're going to turn that into the indoor facility for basketball and offices and a few different things there. That's not supposed to be finished until 2028. That's, I believe, the last part of this huge complex to be renewed.
MDI putting the ball back in the air down towards the midfield. Isaac Ellis plays it out of the air. Touch there at the back for DeRozier. Rafa Rentosa plays it over to the far sideline. Trojans will just watch that ball slide out of play.
Talk about John Bapst. He played 4 matches, given up just 1 goal. Only scored 9, which is not a ton. They had 4 in a win over Oceanside. But other than that, a 1-0 win over Ellsworth and 3-0 over Herman to go with the 1-1 tie with Prescal. So not an offensive juggernaut to this point of the season.
It's a nice move there, trying to gain space for a shot. Players colliding, and play on, says the referee. Looked like the Bapst player got the worst of that mix-up there and just picking himself up off the turf. Again, tough to see those numbers to begin with, especially so when there's a wet back on top of it, making those even darker than they are to begin with.
Indeed. Track and field is going to have its own stadium.
Is it
As a
really?
matter of fact, it's not going to be around another, probably be some sort of field inside it, but not a specific game field. So that's something that's in the works. It's going to be out beyond right field as we look at it from here behind home plate.
Crusaders trying to pick out a passing lane up that far sideline. MDI doing a nice job of jumping in there. Rentosa plays it into the midfield.
MDI has only given up 8 goals in 6 matches, so credit to defense for a lot of that. Their only loss was to Caribou, 4-3 up in the county, and then in the recent game against Ellsworth, they won 3-2. So that was last 2 games they've given up 6 of the 8 goals that they've given up after having 1, 2, 3 shutouts in the first 4 games.
Trojans trying to come up through the midfield, but Crusader backline is right there to meet them. Chasing after that ball down in the corner is Odin Berwin, freshman for the Trojans. Crusaders hanging out around the edge of that 18-yard box. I believe that was DeRozier shooting one off the side of a Trojan.
Yeah, tried to turn quickly, but the defender was right there to block it.
Again, up the sideline, you can see the Trojans. They're all huddled up because they've only got 1 tent over there. Meanwhile, the Crusaders have 3 set up on their end.
It's looks like a cross-country or track meet where you see all the tents up in the spring and in the fall for the teams.
8 minutes gone here at Mahaney. Bapst working its way up the pitch. That ball too far out in front of its intended target and out along the back. Coverage tonight presented by Eastern Maine Community College. At EMCC, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. This broadcast also brought to you by Maine Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Maine Trailer has you covered in Hamden and in Auburn. Through ball there off the outside of the foot, trying to carve it through a couple of defenders, just too far for its target.
Yeah, just a little bit off there, and it was bouncing too, as opposed to sliding on the ground. It made it a little bit more difficult to handle for the Crusaders.
Goal kick taken by a defender for the Trojans. Up to the midfield area, a slip there. And eventually poked out by the Crusaders. Got our first substitution taking place before this throw. MDI bringing on a new player. Colin Sullivan getting ready to bring it back into play.
Using the baseball scoreboard out in right field to keep track of goals. And then using one of the pitch clocks out in left center field to keep the time for the 40-minute halves.
Nice run there by the Crusaders. Passed off into the midfield. Rentosa couldn't time up the left-footed swing at it. And the ball will make its way out of bounds along the far side for a throw. Back into Rentosa with the driving rain.
You know, you can hear that, can't you?
You can.
I think about it. I was trying to minimize it, but I really shouldn't have because it's coming down pretty well. Easy for me to say under a roof.
It is beaten down both on the pitch and in our ears on the metal roof of our production trailer down behind us.
We're just so spoiled. Corner kick coming up for the Crusaders. They're first.
Be a left-footed entry here for Bapst.
He's right up against the outfield fence, isn't he?
Yeah, not much room to run up here. Comes looping into the middle of the box. Solid delivery. Still not cleared out of the area. Everybody's whiffing on it as they try to send it one direction or the other. MDI gains a little bit of field positioning before Bapst lobs it back down towards that end, and a whistle behind the action I think is going to be sending it the other way.
Yep. be a violation of some sort on.
Or is it? Now we got all the shirts heading back down that direction.
John Bapst, and they're setting up to kick from.
Yeah, John Bapst is setting up for a free kick, so it was behind the play. You see there.
Well, there was players that went to the ground, and John Bapst is going to get the kick. Pretty long kick, but certainly an opportunity to make something happen here.
Sending one down towards the 18-yard box, met by MDI and brought out, at least with the first touch. A deflection there. And this one will just go out along the far side for a Trojan throw deep down in their defending area.
Yeah, John Bapst with most of the early control here on their offensive end, but not a shot on goal yet for the Crusaders.
The new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn is over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen in Old Town and in Bangor. Trojans trying to pin the Crusaders to that far sideline. Bapst brings it back in. Rentosa has to chase it down. They'll try to switch up the play and send it across the field. A deflection. And now MDI has a clearance. As has been the case, though, for much of the opening 12.5 minutes, the Trojans can only get it up to about midfield before the team in purple sends it back down this way. That ball never made its way over the line. Yes, it did.
It did, yeah.
Bapst, not a fan of that call. Looked like it was frozen right there, almost on top of it. Tough to tell from our angle, certainly.
The official might have been up the line and might have been screened by the players there to see if the ball crossed the sideline or not, but finally the call goes to MDI.
Crunching challenge there in the midfield, and another one at the end of it. As the ball goes out of play. Trojan throw. Got a picture-in-picture break to send you off to in just a couple of moments, but first I'll tell you about Uno Pizzeria and Grill at 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. We're also brought to you by Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals. This holiday season, take your party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals bring the fun, the laughs, and the memories your team will love. Don't wait. Book now at flashmemaine.com. I got distracted in the middle of the read there, Ernie, because that one-person tent popped back up there. That's a nifty thing.
A little danger there of a ball flying by.
Then you got 5 teenagers hanging out just with nothing protecting them, some jackets.
All but one has like a hood of some sort. One of them doesn't even have that. So, or is it down?
Just opting not to use it.
Yeah.
Really not that uncomfortable of a night apart from an inch of rain falling.
Yeah, I mean, it's warm enough. It's probably close to 60 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was in like the high 50s most of the afternoon, and not much has changed temperature-wise. It's just that we're so unused to being rained on this year that it's more aggravating than it needs to be, perhaps.
We're just hoping the lightning holds off until we're done tearing down on the metal bleachers here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I talked to somebody who said they didn't think it was gonna have a thunderstorm here anytime soon, but that wasn't the weather report I was reading a little while ago.
Crusaders jump back onto the ball. MDI doing a nice job with the defense to scramble when it gets down to this end of the field and just make things tough for the Crusaders, muddy up some of those passing lanes.
Well, and sometimes the ball will slip off your foot, too. I mean, as you're trying to kind of go from one foot to the other in terms of setting up a good kick, a shot or a pass, and it takes a little longer to gain control of it in this weather. There's the rain you can see. And so you have to be almost perfect, because if you don't get it with the first attempt to get it on your shooting foot, then the defender's going to be there. Yet at the same time, you probably can't one-time it very much.
Trying to get a shot away there. Again, MDI sticking out feet to stop it along the way.
Yeah,
that one comes in wide of the mark.
They're packed in.
This is just a proper soccer setting is all it is. This is like if you wake up early on the weekend and turn on the Premier League and it's a torrential downpour over in England somewhere.
No, it's fun. I mean, it can be fun. Again, it can be a little frustrating, too, if you're struggling to maintain possession or make something happen. A little dangerous play there.
Back towards the goal. Almost seems as though the rain is intensifying as we're talking about it.
Right now it is.
It is picking up down there. Shot comes in, and it reaches the back of the net. Past the outstretched dive of the keeper, and Bapst has the game's first goal. Let's see who comes out of the pack.
23:44 left in the first half.
23:44 and off the turn. Oh, boy.
Just inside the far post.
Just snuck it in there. Those numbers make it real tough, but it looked to be a 2. It was a single. It was a low single digit.
Got me. I'll try to find out.
We'll try to take another look at it here. We got the truck on the case with the rain just falling in sheets now at Mahaney Diamond. It is really picking up out there with the Crusaders in front. 1-0, 16 and a half minutes in. It is a wet one tonight in Orono. Crusaders on the scoreboard now looking for more. Nifty move there by Rentosa, popping it over the head of a defender. MDI then comes back to take it away. Down the far sideline, Crusaders trying to play in across. The rain might have affected that one. Bapst having to go back to their back line. Standing rain now in the bleachers here at Mahaney, where it is fallen down. The skies have opened. Being told that the goal scorer is in fact that individual hanging out just inside the near post in the white and black shoes. I believe that appears to be Luc Monnier, number 2. Ernie Clark off a scouting mission back here in the booth. We'll see what he uncovered.
I have no answer for you, although what we're trying to do is they may be able to make some contact with one of the assistant coaches over there to via text to find out.
We have, as this is swept into the box here, left-footed delivery punched up in the air, not out of the danger zone, though, as Bapst tries to get a shot in on goal. Player gets spilled in the box as the Crusaders go to the back line to keep it in play. And it's out of play along the far side for an MDI throw. We get some context clues while you're away. The goal scorer is wearing white and black cleats. Number 6, we officially have it. Number 6 is Casper Hansen, a man who was active the first time we had the Crusaders on Ticket TV this year.
Yeah, great move, though. I mean, he got the ball in the center and just kind of quickly spun to his right, made the shot, kind of like that one that just went wide as John Bapst continues to put pressure on. That was the first shot on goal for the game that the goal scored. Here's that shot there, just wide. It had a nice height on it, but it kind of faded to the left side.
Casper Hansen opening the scoring here tonight, putting the Crusaders in front 1-0 just prior to the midway point of this first half. Colin Sullivan trying to advance down here with MDI as the heavens open even more.
We're going to get all our rain back at once here.
I guess so. Trojans trying to poke that one ahead, and Bodie Phillips will take the opportunity to go down to hands and knees for a moment.
I'll tell you what, they show they put out a new drought forecast every Thursday. And so one was put out today, and we're not in great shape. We're not in the worst shape. There's a stretch of land to the west of us and to the south of us that is, it's the next to the worst.
Yeah.
And we're in like the middle of the worst, which is not good. We just haven't had much rain all summer long, at least July and August.
It is getting soaked up there tonight.
Somebody's making fun of me down there.
Yeah, I don't know if they're aware that we can hear them in the truck at all times. We've got our
That's
commentary
okay.
going over the air. Their commentary goes directly into our ears.
I can guess with the best of them. But it has gotten heavy rain. Well, the weather forecast is calling for anywhere between 3/4 of an inch and an inch and a half.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be done by pretty early tomorrow morning. So, but you're right. The good thing is about here is that at least on the turf, no signs of it on the turf other than the moisture. Whereas in grass fields, you're probably starting to get some puddling by now.
Oh, yeah, the way it's coming down right now.
Both teams seem to be handling it pretty well.
Yeah, you really can't even notice, apart from when the action comes down to this end, the infield appears a little shinier, the brown turf out there. Nice takeaway there by the Trojans while trying to defend an opportunity for the Crusaders. Continued run all the way up the sideline into the midfield. Trying to play it forward for Sullivan to chase after. We got a picture-in-picture break to send you off to, and as the Trojans play one deep, let's send you there. Keeping an eye on the action here at Mahaney. Back with the play-by-play in just a moment on Ticket TV.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Conduscade Road in Levant.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of work, and everybody's got really busy lives. And for us, we love animals, and we like this idea of homesteading. I'm a high school English teacher, and I'm attending online courses at University of Maine. I was ready for that next step. I was ready to take on something new, and thinking about what that commute would look like kind of held me back. Having a university that's so flexible, that online learning ability has been wonderful, and I absolutely feel like I'm part of this UMaine community.
Fall into savings.
Back here on Ticket TV, play continuing under the falling rain. MDI having it taken away there on their latest attempt at an advance. Coverage of this game brought to you in part by Autumn of Life Home Care. They're looking to hire reliable, caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their own homes. Flexible schedules and an office now located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 or follow them on Facebook.
Well, the Red Sox are going to the playoffs, Mark.
Are they?
They're playoff bound.
You telling me Houston blew that?
Oh, no,
lead?
they're not playoff bound. Right, Houston's still alive. They thought about it. It was 11-1 at one point. They wound up winning 11-5. I screwed that up.
Okay.
So it's not Red Sox need to win tonight. Scoreless early on. The Red Sox against the
Blue Jays tonight.
Blue Jays, thank you.
Had me thinking that
No,
they forfeited or something up there in Toronto.
I screwed it up. There have been worse calamities than that, but yeah, it was 11-1. They get out in front. Astros did early, and never looked back until perhaps the last inning or two. And apparently the A's scored some runs to get to 11-5.
A stay of execution for Houston.
Maybe just a couple of hours if the Red Sox
Could
can get a win tonight. If they win tonight, they're in the playoffs. It's one win or one Houston loss.
It's as simple as that, the math at this point in the year for the Boston Red Sox. Don't mean to alarm you, Ernie, but we have lost our program monitor up here in the booth, which could make for a very interesting final 55-minute call of this broadcast. Chance for John Bapst at the back.
Yeah,
and
just can't quite get the shot off.
Yeah. Just lacking that finishing touch. They get down there with ease, and MDI packs it in from there. Play in the midfield here is MDI trying to ward off another attack as that ball comes skipping in along the turf, wide of goal.
Keeping the ball down well enough, but just not on target. Had 2 or 3 of those that have gone wide to the left side of the goal.
Sent up towards the midfield by the Trojan keeper.
Going to have a push on John Bapst there as they attempt a offensive move down the left wing. Can't see the number, but contact there. Good defense on the inside there by MDI, and they'll get the ball back.
Crusaders jumping onto it now, trying to run their way up the near sideline, but it makes its way out of play.
The players don't notice it as much because they've got other things to think about, like the ball and the defense and the offense and scoring, whereas the people watching can just lament the fact they're getting soaked.
MDI trying to chase this one down into the corner. First real test that John Bapst has had at the back, but it'll be a free kick here for the Crusaders after a challenge from the Trojans.
A little unlucky there, MDIs. That's what you have to do. You get the ball down in your offensive end after you've been playing defense for the first 28 minutes, and you want to put pressure on to try to give yourself as many chances as possible to get the ball facing the goal so perhaps you can get a shot off. Unable to do that on that instance, and it is starting to puddle up on the what normally would be considered the infield dirt, even though that's artificial turf as well. You're starting to see a few puddles.
Yeah, especially around where the people are standing out there. You can kind of see it down around the feet of the crowd puddling up. You can see it along the left field foul line a little bit.
And even just beyond where first base would normally be,
yep.
Which is near the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, look out at second base too, and looks like some standing water out there. So it's
you can take a shot into that, and all of a sudden it'll just slow the ball right down to a stop, depending on how hard you hit it.
Just inside of 12 minutes remaining in the first half of this contest. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, come to Angelo's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. And start your day off right with Black Fly Coffee, a local coffee shop with drive-through and mobile ordering, serving the best in coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, and much more at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line.
Pretty good effort there. Can't see a number, but from the far side, fairly sharp angle with the defender on him, but good testing shot on Bodie Phillips, the John Bapst goalie, who went down and able to make the save and not let a bounce get by him.
Crusader gets knocked to the turf there, so John Bapst will have a chance to, if nothing else, play one into the box. The Coach House Restaurant and Brewer is your stop for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced-friendly staff. It's the Coach House. Takeout available at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com.
See if they can get the restart kicked into a place where they can do something with it much nearer the goal.
Played in, met first by MDI. And the Trojans are going to reach the loose ball first, trying to come up the near sideline. Sent ahead, but it'll be Phillips coming out of his goal to collect it.
Yeah, caressed it with both arms against his chest so it wouldn't slip away.
At the other end, a shot in and a save made.
The ball
is all the way over by the far corner as we take another look.
I think it was wide and
skipped all the way.
Let's see.
Ooh, it caught the post and the back of the keeper? What happened there?
We're going to have to see that one more time.
Yeah, again, we are a couple hundred yards away. Yeah, the Crusaders are celebrating like they scored a goal, so I guess that crossed over at the line. Take another look. Shot comes in.
You see the ball.
Right along the turf. And past the arm of the keeper. Does it shoot off that?
It must hit the back
stanchion,
on the bottom.
yeah.
Yes, it did.
Came right out of there.
So that's a goal. 9:33. Don't know who scored it, but it was a heck of a play.
Yeah, dealing with some technical difficulties here in the booth, which have taken away our eyes from the call of this one.
Boy, there wasn't much room to get that ball through.
No, there was not.
And a goalie was screened, I think, as well on that play. No, we
9:58 is
the time.
What they're saying should be back on the clock.
So that was when the goal was scored.
Waiting for the restart here at Mahaney. Clock now set to 9:58. MDI sends that one up towards the midfield, and John Bapst jumps right back on it. 2-0 Crusaders looking for more. Chance here for the Trojans to run after one in their own end, and a strong challenge there by the Crusader defense. Makeup coming the other way, and you can just see the spray that comes up off the turf when these players go sliding down on it.
That's better water than that rubber that comes up occasionally with these new turf fields, the rubber pebbles.
Bapst retains possession through their back line. Being told from down in the truck that was Casper Hansen scoring his second of the night.
He's apparently a good mutter, or at least Rainer.
Yeah, he
is.
is.
2 goals for him.
He enjoys it. Now to play along the far sideline. Tonight's coverage presented in part by Hartford's Auto Service at 62 Liberty Drive in Herman. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks with over 3 decades of experience. Hartford's can provide routine maintenance, brake and suspension repairs, muffler repairs, and more. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page or give them a call, 207-989-6322. We're also brought to you by the original Old Town Redemption Center. The original Redemption Center of Old Town for 30 years. Family owned and operated Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Got another picture-in-picture break that we need to send you off to here in a moment. Let's see what comes of this move from the Trojans, and that would be nothing because the Crusaders with an interception in midfield. Still chasing after it down towards the corner. Bapst keeps it in play, but then has it taken away down in the box by MDI. Cleared up towards the midfield, and let's send you off to that picture-in-picture break. 7 minutes remaining in the first half here at Mahaney. Back for the commentary right after this on Ticket TV.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $625. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you, and with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities, and right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Hudson.
Back here at Mahaney, 4:45 remaining in this first half. John Bapst leading MDI 2-0. The Crusaders trying to hang on to their spot atop the Class B standings. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark with you on the call tonight, brought to you in part by Bennett Auto Center. You can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. Also brought to you by Tiller & Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer, that's proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine.
Stoppage and play here. And I'm going
stoppage
to get a
on the
penalty
clock.
kick.
They're stopping the clock, and the ball looks like it's being spotted down there. We are as far away from that position as can be.
There's action over on the right, deep on the right wing.
Yeah, Bapst is marking it off. That ball has been spotted. 12 yards out. Crusaders trying to make it 3-0 in this first half with 4:06 frozen on the clock.
Trying to see that number.
Here comes the run up, the take, and it went in.
I think it hit the post.
Or did it? Tough to tell from our angle. The Crusaders denied?
I believe so.
All right. It did not go in as we take
watch
another
this
look.
again. It's going to be off the bottom of the post.
So you don't get a chance at a follow at the high school level? Because in the
they didn't there.
In the professional game, of course, it's
play on.
Yeah, it's back underway once it strikes the post, and you got a chance to pop it back in. That's what I was calling off that redirect back in, but 2-0 is still up there on the scoreboard.
There was an offsides after that?
That I don't know. Could be.
And the offensive person kind of rushed in there before the defense could get there, and as a result, they were offsides.
Once again, we're peering through some raindrops here, and
a very small screen here. Secondary.
Ernie's got a tablet
monitor
in front of him. I'm trying to stretch out my elf eyes as far as they'll go, but unfortunately, they're not great to begin with that night. We do have some school profiles, I believe, to give to you here before the half. And Ernie, you got that screen in front of you.
I can see him.
Might need a magnifying glass, but he is at the ready to tell you about MDI High School here once it appears on the screen.
There it is. MDI High School, Mount Desert High School, founded in 1968. Enrollment of 474. Bunky Down, longtime athletic administrator Matt Haney, the principal for the Trojans. And as I just mentioned, did you know MDI High School was one of the first consolidated high schools in Maine, opening in 1968. That was back when there was all kinds of consolidation around the state. And a lot of small schools closed and joined together as big schools. So MDI had Pematech High School of Southwest Harbor for one. I think maybe Northeast Harbor had one as well.
That was going to be my next question. How many of the towns, the harbors down there, actually had a high school do their own?
Some of them did. I know Pematech was well known for small school basketball back in those days in the 60s. It was a little bit before my time, but they used to talk about it a lot. The MDI is now had MDI High School for, 57 years.
95 seconds and counting in this first half. The Crusaders trying to see a 2-0 advantage to the intermission. Driving rain all night at Mahaney. They might be trying to do more than see a 2-0 advantage to intermission. Looking for a third as that one goes sailing out of the complex here over the left field fence.
Raffaella could have got that one, I think.
Yeah, he might have climbed the wall over there.
That fence is about 8 feet high, probably. I think they make those just high enough so you can make a great catch, but not always.
You can't scale them either because, of course, it is chain link, but they got the signage in front of it, so you can't stick a cleat in there and try to vault yourself up the side of it.
You get the plastic yellow covering on top so you don't get hurt.
Rain sounds like it's picking up even more so once again for the final half minute of this first half. Coming up at the break, we'll show you first half highlights. We'll look ahead at live events this week on 92.9 The Ticket, as well as broadcast schedule the rest of the week on Ticket TV. By the rest of the week, I mean tomorrow, where we have a Friday Night Lights doubleheader coming your way.
One last chance for MDI in its offensive end. Ooh. Did they get it? I think it was a handball on Bapst, indeed.
Yeah, Bapst, based on the reaction.
Watch this right here. Right there. Get him from behind. You can see that just for a second there. And the Bapst player knew it hit his arm. It bounced up off the ground, hit his arm, and now we're going to see if we can get that number.
2 penalties here in the final minutes of the first half. That appears to be Martin Hurley, a senior in there. As wouldn't you know it, just for this penalty, our program monitor pops back on.
Is that 18?
It appears to be.
Martin Hurley, senior midfielder. Let's see how he does here. Trying to get MDI within 1.
Bodie Phillips bouncing in goal. Here's the take, and the Trojans are on the board. A little bit of an extra stare there from Hurley after putting it in the back of the net. And with 11 seconds remaining in the first half, a massive goal there for the Trojans, who are now on the board despite ever really getting a shot away in that first half.
They had one earlier from the left wing, so that was their second shot. But still, just 2, and just that one obviously could be a momentum changer here heading into the half.
Very well could be as that ball goes out of play along the far sideline. The final 5 seconds tick off in this first half of play. Couple of late penalties in the first 40 sends us to break with the scoreline of 2-1 in favor of John Bapst. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show is coming your way next on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted. no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Back here at Mahaney Diamond on Ticket TV, we begin the halftime show with a shot of our University of Maine fan cam, and you're seeing the brave souls out there right now in front of you, standing pitch side. Fan cam brought to you by Black Bear Nation. It's football season, and Maine returning home Saturday for their next home game, and I believe, Ernie, it's the first time that beer will be allowed in the stands, September 27th.
Indeed.
Big day up here in Orono.
Game, it's an actual conference game, CAA, against North Carolina A&T, who has not been in the league too long, I don't believe. North Carolina A&T 1-3 on the season. Got a win last week, I believe. But they are 1-3, and Maine looking for their first win. They're very frustrating.
There's our fan of the game right there, because they really thought ahead in a way that no one else did.
That was planning. I mean, smart enough to bring an umbrella knowing your situation, but to have that, what's it called, under the weather?
Yeah, a little Instapod. Be there, whether or not. Free low commercial for Under the Weather on Ticket TV. Let's open up the halftime show here with a look at those first half highlights. 3 goals on the board, 2 of them coming via the penalty spot in the closing moments of that first half.
No, actually just one.
That's right. I keep thinking it's 2. They missed the one down at the other end.
Yeah, Bapst a little wide there. Watch this. This is Casper Hansen. The quick turn and just inside that far post. Hamer thought he had that covered, but just snuck it in there. There it is again. Oh, there's a high one. A similar type play, but that went wide. Here's Hansen again. Watch this one. It's going to hit off the post and then carry him hard off that.
The back iron.
Back iron, so to speak, and back out. So it happens so quick. There's a shot, penalty kick, off the top of the crossbar. And
yeah, so you can see what happens there on the replay. Jay Baines actually following the penalty going up and slamming off the crossbar very quickly made the signal that someone was offside.
Yeah, you can kind of see how that could happen.
Charging in.
Here's Martin Hurley for MDI with the penalty kick with just 11 seconds left in the half, and Bodie Phillips goes to his right, and Phillips shot it to the other corner, wide open net, and MDI with that goal with just 11 seconds left before intermission gets back to within 2-1.
The halftime show is presented by the Furniture Gallery, a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Windham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every room in your home. From great brands like Ashley, FlexSteel, and more, shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. While we're here at the half, got to give a special shout-out to RJ Novio because he is our one camera person braving the elements there out in the weather tonight. He is draped in a wet poncho here at the half.
Pure plastic, but it does the trick as much as the trick can be done. As you see, as we can see puddles forming on the artificial turf in the infield portion of it as the rain got heavy shortly after the opening kickoff and hasn't let up yet on this Thursday evening. But a good game so far. John Bapst has kind of controlled play, although I have, just to get into the stats, 3 shots apiece for the 2 teams, 2 saves for 2 saves for John Bapst, 1 save for MDI. The goalies again, Bodie Phillips for John Bapst and Reichenheimer for MDI. They've done a pretty nice job. John Bapst had a lot more chances, really, offensively in the first half, but, several shots going just wide or just over the top, including that penalty kick that hit the crossbar and came back out.
That halftime recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Halftime highlights presented by Next Home Experience. Let's take a quick look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. We got a Friday Night Lights doubleheader tomorrow night on Ticket TV. Ernie, you'll be up in Herman where the Hawks are hosting the Hamden Academy Broncos. Myself and Chris Hoare will be over at Doyle Field and Brewer where the Witches play host to the Gardner Tigers.
Yes, Herman undefeated, 3-0 in Class C, the statewide Class C. Hamden looking for its first win, I believe.
Yes.
Gardner Tigers 3-0, coming off a big win over Wells. Come from behind win over Wells, the defending Class D state champions now in Class C last weekend. And Brewer coming off its first loss to the Nokomis Warriors in a big game from Seth Bowden. Last Friday night, he rushed for nearly 240 yards. And then next week, we look to get back to the soccer pitch up in Old Town, back-to-back evenings.
Double dip.
Yep. Coyotes hosting the Prescott Wildcats. On the boys' side, the Wildcats, the only team to play with these John Bapst Crusaders so far, playing to a 1-1 stalemate.
Both those games from Victory Field, 6 o'clock on Tuesday and Wednesday. That will do it for our halftime show. We'll take a timeout. Back for the second half kick on that wet pitch between the Crusaders and the Trojans up next on Ticket TV.
Now open. Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orono. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Welcome back to Mahaney Diamond in Orono. You can see the standing water out there on the pitch, the baseball diamond here on the University of Maine campus. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark, nice and dry up in our broadcast booth tonight. But Ernie, it seems like every time we come back from a break, I'm saying it's raining harder than it's rained tonight. And it seems to be the case again right now.
Yeah, I would say, again, looking at it, hit the stands below that are further lit up by the lighting system here at the University of Maine. It's just just pounding on the bleachers, and it lets up for a little while. But you can see on the field.
Yeah, there's
Just look at
puddles
the
out
screen.
there.
Look at the infield part, the brown area, and you can see it's puddling up fairly rapidly now. And we're sitting here with a good view down the goal line to the right, where MDI goalie Reichenhamer is standing. You can see where the water is in multiple places. Just it's now puddling up, and
yeah,
could play a difference. Could make a difference here in the second half.
People on that sideline moving around their chairs a little bit. You see those two individuals right
Yes.
there with the blue umbrella on the left, the black one on the right. They're kind of sitting in the middle of a puddle right now as it's formed around them.
Heck of it. As long as they don't drown, they're okay, I guess. But I guess the key is not to move at all. If you're not going to move, don't move.
Yep.
If you're going to move, you got to clear your feet from the puddles.
Slight delay here before beginning the second half, but it appears we are now ready to get it underway, and there you go. Kickoff underway.
Well, this could affect things because you get a ball in that puddle and it's going to slow it down.
Yeah.
And it's going to make a difference in terms of timing on a nice pass and also creating opportunities for the defense. That was a ball that was slowed down right there, and Mount Desert was able to, Mount Desert Island was able to get on the ball and send it in the opposite direction. Now they're going to get a throw in off the play.
Not that I'm counting the seconds or anything on a night like this, but the second half clock didn't begin for about 20 seconds into the second half. You'll see ours is now lined up with what's on the scoreboard, but for a while there, at least the first 10 to 15 seconds of the second half, play was happening and the clock wasn't running.
I think the timer is also underneath the roof, so the sense of urgency isn't quite the same.
MDI having to sweep that one out of play. Bodies on the ground at the back.
Yeah, one of the John Bapst forwards slipped there before he could make a play.
Nice steal there for the Trojans, and continuing the run through the puddles. You see just how much play screeches to a halt there, and now we have an extended whistle on the pitch, and the players are clearing the field. Has it been deemed that there is too much standing water on the pitch? Has there been a case of lightning in the area, which is supposed to make its way in later in the night around 9? The referees are discussing things, and it happened right as the ball was being moved.
Well, that's why I wondered, because I didn't
through a puddle.
I didn't see any lightning. That's not to say there wasn't, but I think the playing conditions might be when he had to the player had to try to go through that puddle.
Yeah, he was.
It was just a pool, and now it looks like coach is going to go out and talk to. I don't know what the rules are in this kind of situation in terms of.
Looks like they might be checking out some radar there on Jay's phone and discussing the next course of action.
You can see the MDI goalie heading to the bench. He's trying to squeeze the water out of his gloves, and it just rained down from the glove.
But, I mean, if you just look at it, I don't know if we can zoom out at all with our camera angle, but behind where this meeting is happening, out at the center of the pitch, all along the infield is just standing water at this point.
Even looking at where they're standing, you see
right where
puddles
they are,
right around it. And
puddles
that's right
are forming at their feet.
Middle of the field.
Down the left field line and the right field lines, there's standing water first and third base. As you see, we back out with the shot.
Yeah, see the puddles
here.
right there in the infield section, baseball infield section. And we still got 39 minutes to go, so you got another 40, 45 minutes of playing time to get to the end of regulation.
The referees are walking off the pitch. Several whistles taking place, and has this one been called off? There's
we'll just have to wait and see here.
Unhappy reaction from the Crusader players along the far side of the pitch. If we could zoom in on the refs to see what that discussion is. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's send this off to a picture-in-picture break while we are figuring out what exactly is going to take place the rest of the night here at Mahaney Diamond. Back in a few moments on Ticket TV.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
My name's Mia, and McDonald's is helping me earn my degree. Through Archways to Opportunity, I can work and take college classes while receiving help with tuition payments. It's more than a job, it's my future. Apply today.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $625. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
We are back here on Ticket TV. We have word that the game is not continuing tonight. I have made contact with the lead official out there on the pitch. The game is not continuing tonight due to puddling and field conditions out there. We're now trying to figure out if this has gone final or it's been suspended because only 57 seconds came off the clock in the second half. Still 39-03 up there in a 2-1 game. Yeah, we're trying to find out. I've messaged Jay, but as you can see, he's a little busy right now down there, trying to lead this situation here tonight.
Yes.
And what it has resulted in is this game ending halfway through. The scoreline, as you can see right there, John Bapst 2, MDI 1. Still awaiting official word whether that's a final scoreline or a suspended scoreline. This game tonight has been presented in part by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. Also brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's. Extra value meals are back. McDonald's making the bold move to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. Well, I guess this is officially the post-game show now on Ticket TV, Ernie, here as we are getting ready to wind this one up. We'll take one final timeout in our coverage. When we return, hopefully some answers for you on the future of this MDI and John Bapst contest. Don't go anywhere. Back here on Ticket TV in just a couple moments.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia.
You'll do better at Darling's.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food,
stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
We are back here at Mahaney Diamond in Orono, and you can see the field is being cleared because it's turning into a puddle out there.
When will it ever stop raining?
Here was the final
Watch
action
this.
of this contest as MDI tried to make it through one of the lakes down there on the pitch.
That was...
And after that happened, you can see the ball roll away from the Trojan right there, visibly frustrated with what's taking place. Jay Baines was quick to make the call after that, suspend the action, and for, I don't even know what, the 20th time tonight, I'm here to report that it's raining harder now than it has at any other point.
And that was the issue. Not only was it like you just saw it trying to play through that, there was still 39 minutes left to go in this game this evening, and it just
wasn't going to happen tonight with the intensifying rains here in Orono. So in our makeshift post-game show, let's get you the highlights of this one. Again, we're still awaiting official word whether this game was 2-1 final or it's simply been suspended. We're showing you the highlights here.
There's a goal there. The second goal of the game by Casper Hansen of John Bapst. And there's Martin Hurley with a penalty kick. Just 11 seconds left in the first half. That made it 2-1 John Bapst. Martin Hurley for MDI with a goal. So what we're hearing is that they've got to talk with the folks, the MPA folks in Augusta, about how to handle this as to whether or not it is a final score or if it's going to be suspended and either replayed in its entirety or replayed from the point at which the game was stopped.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense.
And it could be any of those.
Yeah, 57 seconds, all that came off the clock in the second half before this was called. And there with the wide shot, you can just see how much standing water is out there on the field.
That's what we do know, is that you can't complete the game this evening with these conditions.
That is for sure. Ticket TV presented in part by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. You can see the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, where nothing runs like a Deere. We're also presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. They bring you those post-game highlights. And we're presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com today. Let's take a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule on 92.9 The Ticket, the rest of the week and into the weekend. The Red Sox, this is our broadcast schedule coming your way on Ticket TV. A Friday night doubleheader tomorrow night, 2 games at 7 o'clock. Ernie and Jim will be up in Herman, where the Hawks will be hosting the Hamden Academy Broncos, the undefeated Herman Hawks, that is. I'll be over in Brewer at Doyle Field with Chris Hoare, where the Witches play host to the Gardner Tigers. And then into next week, a double dip up in Old Town between the Coyotes and the Presque Isle Wildcats. The girls on Tuesday at 6, the boys on Wednesday at 6.
So I'm assuming this is part of Presque Isle's harvest break.
Yeah.
Where they can come down on a weeknight, play at 6 o'clock, get home at midnight.
Yeah, really.
Get up and go to work the next morning.
Yep.
And it's raining even harder now, by the way.
It very much is. So we are going to wrap up this broadcast because we got to tear down the equipment on some metal bleachers before lightning makes its way into the area. There's a look at what's coming your way through the weekend on the airways of 92.9 The Ticket. Red Sox and Tigers open a 3-game series tomorrow night. At last check, scoreless in Toronto. The Red Sox were getting no hit through 4 innings. And then on Saturday and Sunday, Tigers and Red Sox, 4:10 each day. Actually, that's a 3:10 first pitch on Sunday, 4:10 on Saturday to round out the season. Only thing left to do now is give credit where it's due to our crew around Mahaney Diamond here tonight. RJ Novio deserves all the credit for being outside through this all.
Yes.
Our lone camera operator, Max Pottle and Matt Cunha, they were dry down in the truck. Ernie Clark and myself dry up here in our broadcast booth. That will do it for an abbreviated broadcast here tonight from Mahaney Diamond. Once again, official word from Jay Baines. It's up to the MPA, whether that's a final scoreline or suspended one. John Bapst 2, MDI 1.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Bucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High school sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.